Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Ledwell and this is The Inspiration Show. Today on the show we're going to be talking about the Om Factor. It's a new book that's come out by the amazing author Alka Dhillon, and this is specifically in relation to women and leadership. So this is going to be a really awesome show today. So welcome Alka to the show. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? So good to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome to have you here, and this is a fantastic topic for us to be talking about. I'm actually doing a leadership mastery course at the moment, so I'm going to be really interested to hear your take on it. But before we do that, why don't we start with your story and your background and what motivated you to write the book?
Sure. So my story, I am currently the CEO of Technalink. It's an IT services and management consulting firm here in the Washington, D.C. area. And we provide IT services and management consulting services to the federal government as well as in the commercial space. And you know, what prompted me to write this book was that I was experiencing so many emotions that we all feel of anxiety and indecisiveness and fear and overwhelm and all these things. And there was nothing out there that could help me in the moment to deal with those things. There were lots of self-help books and business books and things that would teach you how to work on those things later, kind of when you got home. But what happens when you're dealing with that challenging client? What happens when you are on the phone with somebody that you're having challenges with? What happens? What do you do when you're hemorrhaging? And so I pulled on these tools that I had learned throughout my life growing up. I happen to be Indian American. I'm a first generation Indian American. My parents came over here from India in the 60s, and we just, I was inundated with spirituality rather than religion, right? And I was taught a lot of mantras and affirmations and about meditation. But I'm going to be honest, I never really tapped into any of it. I really did not. I would see my father meditating on the banks of the Potomac River in Mount Vernon, where I grew up, out in Virginia. And I just thought it was crazy. I really did. Until the moment comes, right, when you have that bottom pull out from underneath you and the world just seems to end. And in my case, it was the tragic loss of my father 19 years ago, and I was only 23 at the time, and he died very suddenly from a heart attack. And I had two younger sisters, I still do, and the youngest at the time was only 16. And he was the breadwinner. He was a restaurateur, very successful, and everything, all the financial as well as emotional pain was just placed right upon me being the eldest. And I have to be honest, Natalie, I was in and out of the hospital for 30 days, and no one could figure out what was wrong with me. One day, my heart was racing beyond where they couldn't control it. One day, my arm wouldn't move. One day, I couldn't walk. All these physical manifestations of things kept happening, and no one could figure it out. And I just, after going through that and realizing that, you know, I'm responsible for all this, I cannot be in this state. One day I looked at myself in the mirror and realized that, you know what, I need to do something different. So, enrolled in a yoga class. In that yoga class, what did it have at the end of it? Meditation. And it tapped into all, it was as if I went right back in, you know, when the movies go back in your brain and you remember all of that, and all of it came back to me. And I went every day for 2 weeks. And I never set foot in an emergency room after that again. And I have not looked back since. After 19 years, I have a consistent practice, daily practice of meditation. And so that's my story. And I am, you know, here I am now for the past 15 years, the CEO of Technalink here. And it's been fantastic.
Right. So, so when we talk about meditation, how does that play in a leadership role?
Right. Meditation is the foundation to me of leadership, and that's because, and I want to back up a little bit, I think people, the definition of leadership is to lead by example. That's kind of what you hear in the business books and you see, and people say it, And I disagree with that completely. I really believe leadership is cultivating that fertile ground within others to bring out their best selves and thereby lead that way. And you create that collective roadmap, right? So it's not leading by example. And so with that, meditation allows you to go within. And when you're going within and you're connecting with your highest self, that's when you can be open to the creativity of others.
Right.
So that's how it helps.
So when did you start using it in a business situation?
Oh, from day one, right? So, I mean, 19 years ago, I had practiced meditation, and then I realized here I am in this, let's call it a challenging situation. And I found myself remembering an affirmation that I was taught and a mantra. And I just started to say it. And then I started to notice that the situation was diffusing. It was actually changing. And it turned out even better and became successful. And that client ended up being one of our best clients. And I said, how did this happen? So I started taking notes of the things I was doing. And we have now the Om Factor. And the Om Factor, I want to tell everyone what that is, because people see the Om Factor, what does that mean? I noticed when I saw these people like the Deepak Chopras, the Wayne Dyers, the Arianna Huffingtons, the Diane von Furstenbergs, these people operate on such a high level. They have billion-dollar businesses, they have families, they have beautiful philanthropic endeavors. They are just going a million miles an hour, but they are in the flow. That's what they are. And all of them have a sound practice of meditation, and I found that. So I coined the term, they have the Om Factor, and we all have it. We just need to cultivate it.
Right. And is there a certain time of the day that's better to be meditating than others?
Well, you know, I like the beginning of the day, because you're starting your day, you are setting your intention, and you are, the best part about the meditation, even, and I want to tell everyone, you only need to do it for 2 minutes. If you want. You don't, this does not have to be this daunting thing. You can just do it for 2 minutes as long as you do it consistently. And at that moment when you're doing that, you are going to immediately embed a sense of stillness within you that you're going to take throughout your entire day into every interaction. And so that's what I would recommend in the morning. Now, if you cannot do it in the morning, you can only do it at work, you can only do it in the car, you do not have to be in a specific shrine location. You can do this anywhere, right? And that's what I want to demystify a bit about meditation.
So let's say we do our meditation in the morning, but then we have a very highly stressful situation come up during the day. Should we, like, you know, and maybe it's not convenient to be able to step back and go and do meditation. Is there some other practice that's part of this process that we can use to calm the chaos?
Yes, absolutely. Love to share this. Okay, so there is a meditation that you can do, and I'm so glad we're on a video so I can show this to you. And it's in the book, but I'm going to tell it to you now because I'm so excited about it. So I use this all the time. So whenever you're feeling like you want to be brought back into the present moment, right? You want to have more focus, more clarity, you're feeling that stress. It's called the Sat-Nam meditation, S-A-T-N-A-M meditation, okay? You can read more about it. But what you're going to do, and so you can do this when you're on the phone because you only need one hand. You can do it with 2 hands if you have 2 hands free. You can do it underneath your desk, like my hands are underneath the desk, you can't see it. But you're going to take your thumb finger, touch it to your index finger, say the sound sa.
Sa.
Thumb finger to middle finger, say the sound tha, like T-A, tha.
Sa.
Thumb finger to ring finger, sound na.
Na.
Thumb finger to pinky, ma.
Ma.
Sa, tha, na, ma. Sa, tha, na, ma. So I'm going to keep doing this while I'm talking. What happens is your fingertips connect you with the neurotransmitters that send these signals to your brain to calm down and calm your entire nervous system. This immediately, by this touch sensation, brings you into the present moment. And now you can even hear my voice is a little bit changing a little bit. You know, so I'm now in a different space even than when I was a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Wow.
In the moment.
Yes. It's all about being present. But I mean, I love that. I'm going to start using that myself. Like, I know that if I'm in a stressful situation, or even if I'm getting overwhelmed with something that I'm working on, I push myself back from the computer, I close my eyes, put my hands on my heart, and just take 3 really deep breaths just to center again, so that we can interrupt the pattern, so that we can step out of that, negative vortex of all those thoughts, and come back as a clean slate, as a fresh mind.
Right. And what I loved about the Satnam meditation that I did is, I would love to do what you did too, like take those 3 breaths, but sometimes somebody's sitting right in front of you and you can't do that. So I would put my hand under the desk and I would do this, and immediately I could still talk, and I was brought back. So that was fantastic.
No, it's awesome. I like the sneaky ones that we can do when people are still looking and not be embarrassed.
Yes.
So tell me about some of the people that you've been working with that you've seen like a massive difference in, in some things from working with you. Sorry.
Oh, I'm humbled because I feel like I gain so much from any interaction that I have. I almost, even though they might come to take something from me and me to impart something on them, I just gain so much. But I think there've been so many where people have come to me and said, my gosh, I thought meditation was just this daunting thing, and I always thought I didn't have time, and I always would judge that I had thoughts, and you've taught me that there is no judgment in it. It is just sitting and observing my breath, and I can even do it for 2 minutes, and my goodness, I've been able to close all these deals, I've had more clients, my relationships are more loving, and I mean, there can't be anything better than to hear that from someone. So I hear that frequently.
Absolutely. So, are there any other practices that you do like during the day? I know that I'm actually starting to incorporate quite a few different things in my day, especially after I've been working 60 to 90 minutes. Like, that's when I need to have a little break and do something different, just so I can kind of clean the slate. What else do you recommend?
Well, you can do many things. I mean, there are a lot of immediate tools and affirmations that I like that you can use in the moment. But certainly, if you can get up and be ambulatory for any period of time to just shift the space a bit, walk down a different street a bit, have another interaction with somebody, somehow change it up, that's fantastic. But a lot of times, because we're in this space all the time, you don't get those moments. So that's why these tools are really great, that you can just be at your desk and just say a specific affirmation that has that clear vibration to bring you back to where you need to be, depending on the emotion. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's, what that does for me, helps me everything is purposeful, everything is mindful, everything I'm present for. So it's not like I'm just getting to the end of my day and going, oh my God, what happened in my day? Everything I'm doing in a very conscious manner. So it really helps me to stop feeling overwhelmed and stop feeling stressed, and being able to move my day in a really purposeful way. Yeah. Alka, thank you so much for joining me today. So if people want to connect with you and purchase the book, or work with you, where can we send people to be able to do that?
Perfect. So you can go to my website, www.alkadhillon.com. There you can see my blog. You can see we have merchandise. We also have some of the kits. The Om Factor RX kit is on there that you can get. There's also a free 5-minute heart-centered meditation to manifest your deepest desires and intentions that is guided by me. So that's on there. You can purchase the book on there. You can also get the book from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold. I would love to interact with you. I'm very active on social media, so you can connect with me on Twitter @TheSpiritualCEO. You can connect with me on Instagram @TheSpiritualCEO. Connect with me on Facebook at Alka Dhillon. And just be sure to hashtag Om Factor. Would love to see your photos with the book, see your Om Factor. People are sending those in and hashtagging Om Factor, and it's starting a movement, so it's fantastic.
Fantastic. Now, guys, you don't have to be in business to be able to benefit from Alka's book either. If you're someone that finds that you get in moments of overwhelm and stress during your day, this book is going to help you as well. So thank you again, Alka. It's been such a pleasure having you here.
Thank you, Natalie. Such a pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome. Now, guys, I encourage you to share this video. You can do that by clicking the Facebook and the Twitter share buttons on this page. And make sure that you click the banner to the side if you're watching online, or the banner underneath if you're watching this on the app. So you can go straight through to Alka's website from there. And leave your email in the box on this page so I can send you the Manifesting with the Masters video e-course. It's actually valued at $87, and I'd love to send it to you for free. So until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. We'll see you soon.